So we are on our way this morning. We are going to go, it's 12.1 from Molly's Ridge to Derrick Knob. That is our plan. There's a shelter at 3 miles, 6 miles, 12 miles. And so our goal is to get to Derrick's Knob today. And then tomorrow we'll have a shorter 7.5 mile day. And then that'll set us up for landing at Kauai, which is Klingman's Dome, for those who don't know the original name. So we'll be getting to Kauai. We'll only have 2.5 miles to get to Kauai. So our plan is to get up early when it's still dark and kind of night hike and get to Kauai for sunrise. So that'll be beautiful. And then we'll have our tea and breakfast and sunrise at Kauai the day after tomorrow. So we just got to make it through. It was a beautiful day. Last night there was supposed to be 9 section hikers showing up at this shelter, but they didn't show. So there was just Faith, myself, Jason, Hot Tent, Fish and Sticks, and then a ridge runner was there. So it was just us for the night, and it was a good night. No, I didn't hear any mice there. I'm sure there is any. I'm sure there was. Oh, Hot Tent said that he did hear night mice, yeah. Oh, okay, he said it was chewing on his hiking pole. But I didn't hear any, nothing climbed across my face. There's our little flowers for the morning. So here's hoping that we have a good day today and everything gets smooth and we actually get to the 12 mile with no problem, and we'll catch up soon. So one important thing that happened last night is my pad is fixed. So I had done all the soap test and checking it, but I was an idiot and assumed that if there was going to be a leak, it was going to be on the bottom of the pad. And when we got into camp last night and we were talking about sleeping in the shelter, I warned everybody, I said, my pad is leaking, so I'm going to have to blow it up probably at least once or twice in the night just to stay warm. And a Hot Tent and the Ridge Runner both said, no, let's check your pad out and see what's going on. And Hot Tent had a tiny little spray bottle. I had soap, and the Ridge Runner had a really good patch kit called Tear Aid Type A. So they actually found it was, if I had looked, you could almost see the little dimple on the top of my mat. So it wasn't a huge leak, obviously, because it would last like partway through the night, but it was enough that it was making things miserable, especially when it was cold and I was landing on concrete in the middle of the night. But yeah, so I was so grateful for the Ridge Runner and for Hot Tent that they just jumped into action. Like, no, let's look at your pad. Let's see if we can fix this. And yeah, so next time I'll know. Don't always assume it's on the bottom.
His name was Firewalker.
Oh, his name was Firewalker, and he thru hiked in 21 and in 23. Yeah, so thank you, Firewalker. I really appreciate it. That was my first night in the Smokies. I was dreading this whole trip, waiting to get to Hot Springs to an outfitter to see if they could help me figure out what's going on with my pad. So first night, they fixed it. Did not go down at all last night, and he even gave me a small little spot in case something else pops up. And the other thing he taught me too is not to do your patches and stuff in squares, because the corners are more likely to catch and tear off, where if you do it in a circle, it's less likely to catch and tear off. So that was a good lesson too. So we went about around 3 miles-ish and came to this shelter. This shelter here, and then the last one too, is nice because it's right on trail. So far, the 2 shelters we've seen in the Smokies, they're all about the same. They've got like a brick building, and they have a tarp up to help keep the wind out, and then a little kind of cooking area. We came here and had our morning snack and top up our water. This one here, as we were like wondering what this is, and I think because there is some trails that allow horses, and that's where we saw yesterday at the tent site. There were horses, so we're wondering if this is actually a little spot to keep your horse, but the only thing we can think of that it would be But and we did see some, like at that tent site, they had like a hitching post area. So this could be your hitching area for the horses. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then so the next shelter is in about another 3 miles, which will be our halfway point. So this, we just stopped here for a little snack and top up our water. And the next shelter, we're gonna have a lunch break. I find the lunch, actually making sure I'm having the snacks and the lunch, is what helps me carry on and get the 12 done. This morning didn't seem that bad. I didn't have any crazy ups that I was really struggling with, which usually there's at least some of that during the day. So we'll see what the rest of the day brings. This is a pretty cool spot. We just stopped for a lunch break. I think we got 6.3 left to go. It's 1 o'clock. We were going to go into the Spence shelter, but it's 0.2 off. So that adds almost a half mile to our day. So we're going to skip that because we still do have some climbing, and we just finished a bunch of climbing. That's enough for me. So I think once we get back on, we're going to be coming up to Rocky Top. So for those of you who aren't familiar, when you're going, there's sections that you're going through on the AT where you pop back and forth between North Carolina and Tennessee. So this will be one of them. This will be Rocky Top, Tennessee. And yeah, so we won't sing the song. I can't remember the words to the song, but yeah, you all know it. Yeah, the landscape up here is a little different. So that's a little grassy spot, right, baby? It's pretty cool. We're not quite at the top of Rocky Top, but man, look at the view. Holy, oh my. Okay, we are at the top of Rocky Top. So we're coming down the other side of Rocky Top. It's pretty wet in here today. Pretty much the whole trail is like this. Our shoes gonna be soaked, but you can get water whenever you need it. Yeah, a nice little bit of green tunnel and cool you down a bit. Yeah, the whole trail seems to be just like a little waterfall. Okay. It is almost 7 o'clock and we are getting into the Derrick Knob shelter from Molly's Ridge. If you get into the Smokies and you're still struggling, this is not a great day to do the 12. This was a hard 12. It was a lot of steep up, a lot of steep down. It was really rough. So if you're still struggling, maybe take a look at your Smokies plan and don't have this 12 miles together. Especially if there was bad weather, because there was a lot of like steep down, and even it was wet. It was great weather, but it was wet and pouring, so I could see where some spots might be a little bit tricky. But so Faith and I are gonna quickly get ourselves set up for bed and eat and call it a night. We started to notice that the sun was already getting low in the sky, but we made it here before dark, so that's good. And tomorrow we're gonna do, hopefully it'll be an easier 7.5.